Hey guys, welcome to this tutorial video. Thank you for checking out how to integrate E-Cinch with Dubsado and how to set up Dubsado to work with E-Cinch. I'm not gonna lie, this is a technical video, so get in your comfy chair, buckle in, get your laptop pulled up. This is one of those videos you're gonna wanna kind of pause as you go, do the setup along with me. We also have a help article down in the description where you can copy and paste a lot of the content from, like the standardized emails and contract stuff and things like that. So make sure to follow along, use the help article, and yeah, buckle in. This video is about a half hour long, but in honesty, with getting the setup done, it's probably going to take you an hour and a half to 2 hours. So carve out some time, get ready to focus. So the video is going to jump right in on the main kind of dashboard of Dubsado. So make sure you create your free Dubsado account if you haven't already. If you don't have one, Dubsado is the CRM that pairs best with E-Cinch so that you can send automated emails and maintain the client in a very automated type way. So make sure to get Dubsado pulled up right now, get to the main dashboard, and we're going to jump in from there right now. All right, here we go. Okay, the first thing you want to do is go to the settings icon, and we need to create some custom mapped fields. So click the custom mapped fields area and then click over to project. Now press create, and then the first field we're going to make is called event total. And then on all of these, you're going to select the short answer and save. Now we're going to create another one, and this one's going to be called proposal. It's important that you type these in word for word if you're copying and pasting from the help article, because these are going to be used as smart fields later. And if you're copying and pasting from the help article, you want the smart fields to work. So the next one we're putting in here, you'll see is report. And then we're going to add one more called guest count, short answer, save. And then the last one we're going to put in is called client notes. And then again, short answer and save. Feel free to pause the video here, make sure you get all these added in, and then we'll move on to the next step, which is in projects. And then go to customize there at the top, and now we're going to create your lead and job funnel. First thing I like is to click all leads so that when we log in, it shows up the leads, and then we're going to do add new status, and we're going to do new lead as the first status. We're going to add another one. It's going to be called schedule consultation. And then we're going to add one last one for the lead funnel called proposal review. Make sure you have the lead selected on all of these. And then I like to pre-select that new lead there. I'll show you in a minute how that works. Now we're going to create the job stages. So contract sign, and make sure to click job now so they show up down there at job. Again, job, and then we're going to do deposit paid. And then we're going to go ahead and add another one. Click to job. It's going to be paid in full. And then the next one, job, is a week out. And then the last one's going to be job post event and save. All right, now we got our sales funnel set up. Now I like to edit my columns. This is on the view, and we'll show you this later, but I like to have the event total on the view so it's sitting next when I do create an invoice to it, and I make sure everything matches up. So just click event total and save there. Now click to projects. Now we're going to jump over to templates and then go to packages, and we're going to create our packages. So the first thing we need to do is just delete out all of the example packages they get put in here. So just hit the trash can, delete, 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 and delete this last one. Now click add package. First, we're going to give it a name. So in this scenario, this client has multiple packages. So we're going to match each package up with the packages she has in E-Cinch. So we're going to say boozeless bar service, copy that, paste that in as the invoice item name. And then we're not going to line item everything. We'll put a link in here to their proposal. So we're just going to put a high level like bullet points of what they're going to get, and then quantity 1. And then we're going to create a new category, and it's going to be called bar services, and create, and it's a service. And then we're just going to go ahead and push add item. And now we're just going to repeat this process. She has 3 packages, so we're going to go ahead and set up another one, the full bar service. Copy that, and then again the item name paste, and then I'm going to copy and paste her services in, which I have on a different document on my other monitor. Go ahead and customize this, and then we're going to put 1 in the quantity field, and now select that service we created, and then we're going to do this one more time on this last package. She has a tap truck or a tap bus, so we're going to do tap bar service, copy paste 1. We're going to come copy and paste the description here. There we go. And then I'm just going to customize this description real quick. All right, get rid of that. And get rid of that. Beer and wine on draft and disposables. And there we go. Select our service. All right, and add that item. And now we are all done there. Now we want to add in the proposal link so they have easy access to the proposal. So we're going to click into each one of these, go to the notes, and then type view your proposal here. And then underneath, we're going to do a smart field. We're going to pick the project start. That way we put the project date in, and then we'll just type in proposal. Now we're going to do a little hack, and we're going to hyperlink this using a smart field. So we're going to click smart field, project, and proposal. We're going to take this tab and we're going to cut it, and then we're going to take it and we're going to hyperlink the smart field into these words. So paste, open a new tab, insert. So now this will be a clickable item that'll take them directly to the line item E-Cinch proposal. If they do want to see a line item breakdown, we're going to push done. I went ahead and copied that. So now when we go to this next package, full bar service notes, I can just paste. There it is, done. And then we'll go to this last one, tap bar services, notes, paste, and then that's done for all of those. Now we're going to go over to payment plans. Under templates, we're going to select the 50/50 payment plan. We're going to get this set up. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to make this first installment due 7 days after the invoice has been created. And then I'm going to add some payment reminders. So I'm going to have one reminder due day of, and then one past due reminder. These reminders are already preset in Dubsado, so you can just use their reminders. Now we're going to go to the second payment. So we're doing a 50/50 payment plan. This is going to be due 14 days before the project start date. And then we're going to go ahead and again just set up payment reminders here. Apply, add one more for past due, and then we are good to go there. Now we're going to go back to templates and then to canned emails, and we're going to create some of our own canned responses. So new canned response. And I like to number these so they just are in an order that makes sense in my mind. So I do 0 and then new lead referral. So anytime I get a referral from a caterer or whoever else, I'm going to use this email. Again, you can copy and paste these emails directly from our help article that's linked in the description of this video. So make sure to check that out and use that as a resource. So I'm just putting in a subject. Anytime you see those like colon, parenthesis, brand name type of stuff, these are called smart fields. So it's me taking information from the project and putting it in so that these emails are all customized. So I just copied and pasted in the email copy from the document in the help article. I will say Dubsado, there's always copy paste issues with the formatting, so you just have to come back behind it and reformat it. So here I'm creating a button and I'm putting in the link to this client's marketplace. That way that in this email, clients have access to your packages with one click. Now I'm going to create another email. This one is the new lead check-in. So this one will actually be used in our workflow, which we'll be creating next. Again, putting in the subject line the brand name, so it puts in the client's brand name in the subject. And then I'm just going to paste this email in and go ahead and do some editing here. Oh, there's my company name. Shouldn't have that. We want to put in brand name. So there we go. And then I'm just going to go ahead and fix these hyperlinks, make sure that they're going to her E-Cinch account, since I'm working off a template from my own personal Dubsado account. So I'm going to come over here and get her marketplace link, paste that in. I always like for things to open in a new tab. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do that here. I'm going to make this a button. Oh, I didn't make it a button. I'm going to make it a button. Now update. There we go. That way it stands out. And I'm going to go ahead and customize this because she doesn't have a brochure. So in case they have questions, I'm just going to drive them right back to her website that has plenty of information on what's going on. I'll take them right to the services page, and we'll go ahead and copy and paste, hyperlink that in. So you push the little A, that gives you the access to the extra controls, and then you can paste all of this stuff right in. Take that out since it's not needed, do it as a button. And I'll go ahead and, I need to change the copy to view website, not brochure. Oh, this isn't going to work. I'm going to start all over again. Let me break this link. All right. Try that again. Copy, push the A, go to button, paste in the URL, open a new tab. There we go. Now we have it working right. And then I'm just going to finish this off. All of these emails are in the next template, so I'm going to cut here, and instead of going through each individual email that we're making, but we're basically in the article linked in the description of this video are all the emails that I can think of that I need on a daily basis so that I'm never typing the same email twice. And I do highly recommend going into Dubsado and creating them all as canned responses. That way you have them at a touch of a click in the Dubsado system when you're actually using the system with clients and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and cut away from here, and we'll move on to the next task. Now we're going to set up a signature here in the canned emails area. Just click signature. I'm going to get rid of that and put cheers, and then I'm just going to paste in the signature, push save. Then we're going to come over here to the scheduler, not forms, and then we're going to change this to event consultation. Make sure you have the meeting length and everything set up how you want, and then you're going to go ahead and save. All right, next we're going to go to forms, and we're going to make a contract. And we're just going to go ahead and edit the sample contract they give you. We're going to change it to catering contract, or you can call it beverage catering contract. And then change the title. We're going to leave this as is, except instead of business owner, if you're using my contract template, I just go with caterer. Yes, we're bar caterers, but still we're caterers. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and I just have my sample contract over here on a different monitor, and I'm going to paste everything in. One thing, we're not going to go through this whole contract, but I do want to show you a couple of like key things. So mainly it's like using the special fields, the smart fields you see. This section we're going to have some smart fields. Once I get this pasted in for just the beginning party section. Now on section 2, we're going to use smart fields, and it's going to include the link to the proposal, the event title, the date, all of the pertinent information so that the client knows what they're going under contract with. The main one there at the end, the proposal link. And again, everything in brackets is a custom mapped field, so it's going to pull information from the project directly into the contract, so you don't have to do any type of editing for your contracts. They're all just going to be automated, and all the information will pull in, and they'll automatically get put into the customer's portal with the workflows that we're going to set up. So I am just going to go ahead and add a bunch of sections and finish this off, and we'll go ahead and jump to the next step. So now we're going to jump over to the lead capture form. Again, we'll just use the form that they give us. We're going to add a text box. We're going to entitle this form the text box step 1, and then I'm just going to get rid of all of that text. We'll keep the name, first name, last name field. We'll keep the email field. We'll keep the phone field. We are going to add a field. This is just a text field for company, and then we're going to put if applicable, excuse me, and the placeholder stuff. And then we're going to go ahead and map this to the company name so that gets put into the project information. Keep the email, keep the phone number, get rid of the last 2 fields, and then we're going to go ahead and put in a drop down field so that we can get the event type. And this form is basically people are going to come into this form, fill it out, and then go into your E-Cinch packages, so that if they don't save a package, you still have the lead in the system. And we're going to set up a workflow around this form to nurture leads. So now we're getting all of the event types in here: wedding, private event, corporate event, promotional event, fundraiser, other. Those are just kind of my go-tos. This is all set up, and we'll go ahead and just change the name of this form so we have it. And this is our new lead form, which will work with our new lead workflow. Now we're going to go to settings, and we're going to put in the marketplace link in the redirect field. So we're going to put the marketplace link in here. We'll have to come back here and also add the workflow to default workflow. We haven't created it yet. We'll come back and add it later. Once we put in our marketplace link, we are good to go, and we'll move on to the next step. Now we're going to jump back to the templates and forms. We're going to get rid of this questionnaire, and then we're going to build on top of this other top questionnaire. I'm just getting rid of the logo to simplify things. Final event information is the form name. Now I'm going to take some text. Basically, this is just a note to my customer. I'm going to paste in here, letting them know that this is the information that we're going to give to the staff. So that way we want to make sure it's all correct so that the staff has all of the right information. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to paste in the custom mapped fields so the client has access to all of the project information. Just go ahead and edit that, get it down to the size I want, and then I like to make the titles of each field in bold just so they stand out. It makes things easy to read for the client. You never want your client having to kind of search for information. Try to always lay it out as neatly as possible. Now we're going to come down and we're going to just basically delete out a lot of the stuff here, change that to event details, and just delete all of these fields out. We don't need them. We're going to put our own fields in here. So we'll just get rid of all of these, and that one, and this bottom download one. And then I can use this field. I'm going to paste in staff roles, and I put up in that client note, like, this is for the staff. I just want them to know, like, what's the expectation of the staff. So I go ahead and put our staff rules in there, just to give that client peace of mind that, we have rules and policies that the staff needs to follow. And now we're going to go ahead and put in some fields. We're going to start off with a free response, and we're going to have the event staff. I'm just going to list out like what roles are coming, even though this is in the proposal. Again, this is like the final say all be all document about what's going on in the event. So I really want to make sure that we just cover all of our bases. We're going to put in a short answer field here, staff arrival and departure times. So this is different than the staff, the event start and end time. This is like when the staff's going to show up to actually do the prep. Parking and load-in instructions, something very important to collect so that you know when you show up how to load in, where you're supposed to park, all that fun stuff. Now, these final event information forms, I'm going to say, may be different based on your business type. If you have a trailer, or, we all have a little bit of differences in our businesses. So definitely feel free to customize this. Make sure you're getting all of the information that you deem necessary. So the bar point of contact, meaning like who they can talk to from my team, because, I'm not at the events. And then the on-site point of contact, who's in charge at the event. Then the service type, if you have multiple packages, like I do, and this client does, it's good just put in what they're getting. Then you can put their bar menu in, any rentals if you want to list those out, deliveries. I often have like ice being delivered and alcohol and things like that. So I want to make sure that we make the client aware of those deliveries. And then staff wardrobe, you can do this if you have a if you offer different wardrobes. And then special instructions. I make this field not mandatory, just because if there's not any, then it doesn't need to be mandatory. And then last is the event timeline. And I actually keep a timeline saved in my calendar of all places. It's kind of just like a default timeline that allows me to copy and paste it in and then just lightly edit it versus typing out a timeline every single time. So that's a little hack for you. Now we'll just save the form and move to the next step. Okay, now we're going to set up our first workflow. So we're going to go to workflow, add workflow, and this is the new lead workflow. So this is going to be for when someone fills out the form that's on your website. So when they fill out that form, the first thing we're going to do is send them an email. That email is going to be, let's get this party started. Again, you can copy and paste this in from the help article. Link is in the description. I'm just going to go ahead and edit this up, hyperlink in my buttons, do all this fun stuff. So again, on this email, we're just wanting to reinforce what we want the client to do, and that's it. So now we're just going to put in another email template. Now this one, so we're going to do send email. We're going to make it required for approval. So if they move on to the next step, you won't approve this. Then we're going to do our new lead check-in to email. There it is. And then we're going to go ahead and save that. And then we're going to do one more add action, send email, 2 days after the next step. And I usually space these emails out 2 days at a time. Grab the template for the check-in there and then apply. And so that is our first workflow set up and ready to go. Now we're going to go to forms and go back to the new lead form so we can add this workflow. So go to default workflow, new lead, and save and close. Now we're going to jump back to workflows and create our next main workflow for when someone saves a package. We'll call it new event. We'll put in our payment schedule 50/50. Now we're going to first start off by sending an appointment. So that way, now that they've saved a package, we're ready to talk to them. So we're going to have this send immediately. And I'll edit this email up, basically just saying like, here's a link to schedule. That's the scheduler link in the brackets you see there. And then of course their proposal, which I like to put their proposal in all of these emails. And now we'll go ahead and add another action. And this will be to put the contract in the project portal, so you don't have to do that. So let's just add contract and then apply to portal only on that step. Now we're going to go down to activate portal. That's an easy one. And then we're going to add action and we're going to send a how to book email. We're going to make sure that requires approval so that you'll approve that to go out. And then we're going to put a project status in here of proposal review. And then the next thing we're going to do is another project status. We're going to make it when they sign their contract, it's going to say contract sign. And then we're going to do another one when they pay their installment. We're going to, you got to put in the installment, the first one. It's going to then change to deposit paid. And then we're going to send an email. Now this is the 30-day out kind of check-in email. Just seeing if they want to change anything about their event. So go ahead and put your event is just around the corner for the subject. And then you can get to this template, by clicking the description, following the guide that goes along with this video. It basically is just a check-in. All of these community emails, again, I like to put the proposal so they always have that link. We'll just edit this up. This client wants to do 14 days out to have everything locked in. Do a little editing here. And now make that bold. Everything looks good there. Push save. And then we're going to go ahead and change the project status to paid in full once they actually do that. And then we're going to go ahead and send an email. Now at the 2-week out point, this is basically saying, hey, everything needs to be locked in. review this form, make sure everything looks good. And this is the information we're going to send to your staff. So we're going to go and just paste in this email. And it includes the portal login and password again. Anytime I want them to go into their portal, I always put the portal, the smart fields to include the portal password and the link, the button, so that they have easy access to that. So now that that's all done, we're going to go ahead and apply. And now we're going to add and have it automatically just put that form into the portal. So we're going to go to send form. There it is. And then apply to portal only. And we want to send the final event information form. And then I'm going to put that right above the email that we just made. I just slid it up just so that it won't be put into their portal too early. I put 20 days out, so a little before that email goes out. And then we're going to go ahead and add another action, change project status to 7 days before the event start date, and it's going to be a week out status. And then we want to change project status 1 day after project end date to post event. And then we're going to now send our post event email. Basically our thank you email. You can include a link to leave a review in this email. Any type of thank you that you want to say to the client. So the subject will just say a big thank you from brand name, and then we'll just go ahead and type out a nice little thank you message. Well, we're actually going to paste it in. There we go. If you want to leave us any feedback, you can. And then the last thing we want to put in is just to archive the project 30 days after the end date of the project, so you give it a little buffer time. Now we're going to jump over to Zapier.com and we're going to create a new Zap so E-Cinch can talk to Dubsado. Whenever someone saves a package, we're just going to name it EC to Dubsado. Then we're going to go to E-Cinch, new cart, continue, and then now we need to connect our account. So we're going to go to E-Cinch's account settings. We're going to take the username, paste that in for the username, and then we're going to generate a token here. Generate token, copy key, paste the key in there and say yes. And then you're going to click back over here, and now you have your E-Cinch account there. You can continue. Test trigger. Oh, we had an error. It's because there's not a saved cart in the system, so let me save a cart. So if you don't have a saved cart when you go to test, you won't be able to do the test right. So go ahead and make sure you create an example saved cart in E-Cinch. I'm just going to randomly select some stuff to put in the cart. There we go, and submit. Just throw in my info and save cart. All right, now we have a saved cart. We can jump back to Zapier and test trigger again. And there's a cart, and that's what you want it to look like. So continue, and then we're going to go to the Dubsado app, create project, continue, and then the same thing, we need to connect this account. So we're going to go into Dubsado. We're going to go to settings. We're going to go to integrations. Generate Zapier token, generate token, copy, paste, and then now that's set up, and we're going to make sure we have that right account, and then project workflow, new event workflow. Then the project location name is where you're going to have the address go into, and all of the smart fields are set up to know that. So now we're going to skip down and go to company name and just match with what's the E-Cinch options that they give you. Project status, we want to be schedule consultation. And then title, we're just going to match it up with event title. There that is. Start date, so we're going to go to start time. End date, scroll down to end time. Client first name, just match it. Last name, match. Email, match, and then custom mapped fields, the notes, put the notes in. We're going to put the total cost in, the guest count, the proposal link. So all of these things will be handy in the project file when someone saves a cart. And the report link, continue, test action. And it worked, yay! So now we're going to publish the Zap, and now E-Cinch will communicate with Dubsado, and it'll send it new projects every time someone saves a cart. You don't have to worry about any of this copying the link. You're done there. And then now we'll jump over and see that it's there. See, the test is there. It's in the right space. It triggered the email. Everything is working splendidly. And you can see the workflow already started. Now I'll just go ahead and create an invoice really quick, and I just have to copy the total from right here into the file, and boom, that's how easy it is to create an invoice. The client's already been emailed, and you are good to go. Now we're going to jump over to the website and hook everything into the website. So we're going to create a landing page called Get a Quote. And then we are going to design this page. This is Squarespace, just so if anyone uses Squarespace, we're going to add a text block first. Title the page, Get a Quote. There we go. Center it. And then just a little bit of designing, center. Now we're going to add another block, and we're going to do an embed block. There it is. And we're going to go ahead and push edit, code snippet, enter data. And then now we have to go back to Dubsado, go to our forms, go to the new lead form, push the setting or the share button at the bottom, and then copy that code and then paste it right into there. And now we have that form there. Good to go. And then we're just going to go ahead and fit this form, make it a little bit bigger so it fits the site better. Drag it down so it's not on a scroller. And we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and look at it. Yep, looks good. I'm just going to make it a little shorter. I don't want that much margin. There we go. Save. All right, perfect. Fits into the page nice. Looks good. Let's go ahead and test it out now on the site. So, I do have these pages that have to redirect all to the Get a Quote page. So all the buttons, everything on your site, this is a multi-location site, but everything needs to redirect to your Get a Quote page. Any Get a Quote button, anything like that, it all needs to go to the Get a Quote page. So now let's jump to the website, go to the home page, let's test it out. I'll start my quote. Here I come to DC, click it, boom, I'm to the right field. I can fill out the information. And I always highly suggest reviewing everything, testing everything, especially once you make it go live. So next step, perfect. It takes us to E-Cinch like it's supposed to. Put in some event information, save, and everything seems to be working perfectly. All right, guys. Whoa, I know that was a lot. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're doing the good work. You're getting it done. You're building your business and ready for growth. So congratulations to you. Thank you so much for checking out this video. And again, if you're new to E-Cinch, feel free to reach out anytime. Help@e-cinch.com. We're here to support you. Any questions, check it out. And yeah, let us know what you think about this video. Post a comment, throw up a like, and thank you guys so much for going through this tutorial. All right, until next time, bye.